nonstop Fox.
Dustin Hoffman, Gina Davis, and Andy Garcia star in Hero, a special movie presentation Christmas night on Fox.
Future Hall of Famers and expert auto care. No! You'll find it all on King of the Hill, premiering January 12th.
Winter is here, and now is the time to purchase Cooper's all-new studless snow tire, the Weathermaster XGR from Al's Tire Centers. The Cooper Weathermaster XGR has a special rubber compound that stays pliable in the coldest weather and increases traction by forming additional gripping edges. When the snow hits the road, you can depend on Cooper to get you where the action is. You can also depend on Al's Tire Centers, your choice for tires, batteries, and maintenance for 20 years. Al's Tire Centers, 4500 Chinden Boulevard and 3800 Overland Road in Boise.
You buy a new car and you go into an expensive showroom where they've got a lot of overhead. We don't have a lot of overhead. We have a fleet of over 2,000 automobiles. 2,000 automobiles to choose from. And our service is outstanding. We're going to have the car that's right for you and the deal. The lowest prices in town, the highest trade-in allowance, and the biggest selection. Obviously, the best advertising we can have would be word of mouth from a good person like yourself. Simple fact is, it takes thousands of dollars a hertz.
Get back your get up and go. Fitness Equipment Center. Our team of pros.
Turn your home into a health club with Fitness Equipment Center. Treadmills for walking and running, multi-station gyms, high-quality weight equipment, and more. And we deliver and install anywhere in southern Idaho.
Fitness Equipment Center. Bring your health club home. Do it for life. Do it for life.
Ladies, if you're looking for a gift for the man in your life, come to Idaho Truck Specialties. At Idaho Truck Specialties, you'll find just the right accessory for your man's truck. From functional to dress-up items and everything in between, you'll find something perfect for the hard to shop for. Plus, Idaho Truck Specialties offers gift certificates and layaway. Our friendly staff will help you find just the right accessory to ensure your gift will be a special one. Idaho Truck Specialties, just north of Franklin Road on Eagle, your gift-giving alternative.
Baywatch, weekdays at noon on Fox 12.
Docker's Halftime Report, brought to you by Docker's Khakis, more popular than the West Coast offense. Nice man.
Blonde Bomber, I'm Green Bay. Let's get you caught up on NFL action. You know that the Redskins are leading the Cowboys by 13, and here we are.
Corey Fuller poking Frank Winters in the eye, says, okay, big guy, we got a war going on. Mike Holmgren, he's mad, but who now owns the record for the most touchdown passes in the NFC? That's that guy right there, Brett Favre. 39 touchdown passes. That one to Keith Jackson. There you see it packed all over the Vikings, 38-10.
Eagles win their finale during the regular season. Yep, and look at here.
Terry Collins, bat, blitz by the Steelers. What did we say? There's your guy, tied in, Wesley Walls, man for man. There's your touchdown. We got a 9-7 game, and now, if I said who has the longest run for a quarterback from the line of scrimmage in the history of the National Football League, you're watching him right there. Cordell Stewart, 80 yards, 9-7. And then inside a minute to go, fourth down, Stewart back at quarterback, firing over the middle, intercepted by Chad Cota. And Carolina, in only their second year, wins the NFC West.
And perhaps most pleasing to the Carolina Panthers, they did it with defense, as Eric Clemens found out when he caught up with Kevin Green afterwards.
The crowd was chanting defense, defense, and we were able to step up and make a key play at a critical time at the end of the game. So I'm just so happy we won this one. You know, division champs is what we've been plugging along all year about this, and just tremendous.
All right, so next Saturday, this is the lineup. Minnesota will be at Dallas. That game comes away again on Saturday. Sunday, right here on Fox, it'll be Philadelphia at San Francisco. It all gets started with the pregame show. We kick off the activities at 3:30 Eastern.
He's made 59 straight field goal attempts inside the 30-yard, but this Morton Anderson field goal slides to the left. Jaguars handle, hang on, win it, take care of the Falcons 19-17, and they too, like Carolina, in only their second year, advance into the playoffs.
Marcus Allen,
Jim Marcus Allen, this 24-yard run down the left sideline. Well, that's a nice day, over 80 yards rushing on the day, but this belonged to Kelly, and Thomas as Kelly's back, looking, Quinn Early, over in a quick slant, got inside the corner. quarterback, no safety help there. And Buffalo goes to the playoffs as they take care of the visiting Chiefs 20-9.
Speaking of taking care of, that's exactly what the Bengals did, taking care of the Colts, winning that one by 7. All right, so as we take a look now in the AFC, next Saturday, Jacksonville at Buffalo, and on Sunday, it'll be the Colts taking on the Steelers at 3 Rivers. Other scores to pass along. The Buccaneers close out on a positive note, upending the Bears. The Oilers by 3 over the Ravens, and the Dolphins come back from a 14-0 deficit to beat the Jets. Seahawks trailing the Raiders. That in the second quarter of play. And another note to pass along to you, at 7 o'clock Eastern time today, the St. Louis Rams will call a press conference where they will fire Rich Brooks only in his second year as head coach. All right, when we come back, some of you will be going to news. Others will be coming back for the second half of our halftime presentation, joined by Ronnie Lott and Howie Long. That camera right there.
That camera up there. Pittsburgh's got a head.
On June 13th, Wayne Gretzky left his place of residence, never to return. Not knowing exactly where to go, he found himself on the team of his friend Mark Messier. Can two men with different styles play together without driving each other insane? Stay tuned. The NHL All-Star Game, Saturday, January 18th, only on Fox.
My wife, Leon, and I have missed only 11 Packers games in the past 70 years. It's just a tremendous privilege to be able to get over to all those games. My name is Mel Kanoki, and I feel the power.
Some people are calling it a miracle.
You're bleeding just like in the crucifixion.
That could bring peace to a planet or unleash hell upon the earth.
Forces of darkness, they've been watching him.
Judgment Day.
Where's the boy?
Is here. The X-Files, tonight at 9, 8 Central. From the producers of Alien Autopsy comes an incredible new special.
This video does show that something supernatural happened.
Miracles and Visions, Fact or Fiction, Monday.
AFC next weekend, Jacksonville at Buffalo, that's on Saturday. Indianapolis at Pittsburgh, that's on Sunday. The NFC lineup, Minnesota at Dallas. And on Sunday, right here on Fox, it begins with the 3:30 Eastern pregame show, then followed by Philadelphia at San Francisco. Again, 3:30 Eastern time. Philadelphia and San Francisco. Ray Rhodes, Ricky Waters, got to be looking forward to this matchup.
Yes, they are. And I think one of the great things in this game is can they run the football against this 49er defense. When you look at the 49er defense, especially Brian Young, Dana Stubblefield, can they run outside? I think the key for Ray Rhodes is that they have to get the ball to Ricky Waters, throwing the ball underneath the zone coverage, and get the ball against a Ken Norton, get the ball against a Plummer, and if he can exploit the linebacker situation, I think the Philadelphia Eagles have a great chance of winning this football game.
You want to tune into a real exciting game. Ricky Waters going back to 3-com candlestick or whatever. To me, there's going to be some fireworks. Ray Rhodes is going to be fired up. He knows that San Francisco offense as well as anyone does in the NFL. He knows how to defend it. Gruden is going back there. There's been rumors that Gruden might be a guy that's moving on. Maybe San Francisco is the place he might end up. You never know. There's a lot of intangibles going into this game.
The best, I'll tell you guys, that one of the best teams playing football right now are the 49ers. And with Trent Jones back now at tight end and got that tree going, and Steve Young over the headaches, playing well. Yeah, I mean, they are playing outstanding. They'll be hard to beat.
All right,
that's in depth, wasn't
football
it?
talk.
I really dug
got
down
that tree going.
Yeah, tree.
Old tree going.
Pine, balsa, whatever.
Once again, take a look at the lineup. Right here, the pregame show at 3:30 Eastern on Sunday, followed by the Eagles and San Francisco. As Terry said, the tree going. Take you back to RFK. Second half after this.
Fox, home of Super Bowl 31.
Dodge Stratus and Dodge Ram have just received the prestigious J.D. Power & Associates Appeal Award. Stratus tied for most appealing entry midsize car, and Ram receiving the award for the second year in a row as most appealing full-size pickup. The Appeal Award comes from the most knowledgeable automotive experts of all, consumers. Frankly, we're tickled. See the friendly Northwest Dodge dealer near you.
When you think of barbecue, where do you go? Where do you take the family? Armadillo Texas Barbecue in Caldwell, that's where. Come on in for lunch and get a delicious Texas-style chopped beef brisket sandwich. Or how about a juicy quarter-pound baby armadillo burger? Need more? Then try our mouth-watering half-pound Bubba burger. And ribs, big, plump, juicy, tangy barbecue beef, pork, and baby back ribs, even chicken. The Armadillo Texas Barbecue, 4808 East Cleveland in Caldwell. Come on in once. You'll be back for more.
Hey, where are the girls? What girls?
Here we are, Bachman's Diamonds. I told you they were open. Now this is the way to spend football weekend.
It's a beautiful day at Bachman's Diamonds as the teams take the field. The ball is snapped. Sherry drops back for a pass. She's looking for an open receiver. She sees Brendan in the flat. She pumps once, looks her up, then goes deep to Sally. It's up. It's good. It's touchdown.
Looks like you ladies have found a nice diamond.
Yes, we're picking out what our husbands will get us for the Super Bowl.
Bachman's Diamonds in the 5 Mile Plaza.
Are you ready for a great deal? A money-saving party?
Come see Grant Peterson's Auto Group for all-American deals on every new and used car in stock, like over 100 nearly new 96 Dodge Neon Highlines, short-term lease cars loaded with equipment like air, automatic cruise, tilt, AM, FM stereo, and more for $0 down and only $199 per month. Score a touchdown on 96 Dodge Stratus, just $249 per month, or Grand Caravans for only $299 per month. That's Grant Peterson's, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap.
Seinfeld, weekdays at 6 on KTRB, Box 12.
And the pitch out to Emmett Smith, number 21.
When I was a kid, I had a lot of dreams, and a lot of people told me I would never achieve it. Some people even told me I was too small to play football. That was all the motivation that I needed. Today, I have 3 Super Bowl rings and a college degree, and a job that I really love. And I'm just getting started. So go on. Just tell me what I can do now. Never let go of your dreams. Just get out and play football.
Back here at RFK Stadium, some of the great players that played here over this 35-year history of this arena being introduced to the crowd at halftime. And I'm not sure who got the biggest amount of applause, whether it was John Riggins or Dexter Manley or Art Monk. Here, a couple of the guys. There's Riggo. Listen.
81 to 85, member of the Hall of Fame, Super Bowl 17, MVP, the Diesel, John Riggins, his all-time leader in career sacks, Pro Bowler, member of 2 Redskins Super Bowl teams, Dexter Manley, the Redskins all-time leader in career receptions, Art Monk, two-time winner of the NFL's fastest man contest, Darryl Green.
Darryl Green, who's still active.
And very active today. He really shut out Michael Irvin in the first half. You know, the guys are really enjoying that. You know, it's kind of one last hurrah.
Yeah. Sonny Jurgensen, Billy Kilmer in the background, Lenny Hawes, the great center here.
You wonder how many more times in your life you get to put the jersey on and run out before a crowd. For most of them, it is their last time, but they sure did enjoy it, and the crowd sure did enjoy it. And the players are still out there. There's Doug Williams. You know, they're out there in the middle of the field. I don't think they want to leave. And it's one of those things that sometimes you have an experience like this, and it's your last shot. You just kind of want to hang around there.
Riggo. There's Joe Jacoby. We talked to him earlier.
Gary Clark.
Yep.
There are sometimes, you know, if I were those players, I would look for something to take with me. I would just grab a hunk of that field and take it with me.
Sam Huff. So many great years for the Giants, and then so many great years for the Redskins. Dave Butts.
What they're doing now is they're taking the players off in golf carts, I guess, because some of the players are walking around, and I think some of them are just waiting for their golf cart.
That's defensive back Riggo, and There were some lean years here when he was playing. Boy, you talk about a tough guy. Charlie Taylor. He'd go over the middle.
I don't think any of them wanted to be driven off the field on a golf cart, though.
Unless it was Dave Butts. Most of them ran out.
Mark May was there.
I imagine North Turner as Sonny with the ever-present cigar.
Yeah, there's a heck of a lot of cigars.
Yeah.
There's Billy Kilmer right behind him.
Yeah.
Darryl Green going and shaking everyone's hand.
Larry Brown. There's Ron McDowell.
Remember Ron McDowell? That was part of the Over the Hill gang. I remember McDowell when he played at Buffalo, and then when he was through it, then George Allen picked him up, and lo and behold, there he is with a ponytail. Who would have thought?
He makes the hat look small.
He makes the jersey look small. He used to make offensive linemen look small. Yeah, this is what I love about Darryl Green. I mean, Darryl Green enjoys every moment. You know, in his life, he's always making a memory. And right now, Darryl Green is making a memory. Barry Switzer's not sure what this is all about. He'll high-five the band. You know, Dexter Manley enjoyed this as much as anyone. I think the way he ran out in the field and was waving and jumping and skipping. And
there's Lenny Hawes.
He was out on the field before the game, snapping to Sonny Jurgensen.
There's Riggo.
I think the real love fest here is with John Riggins and his fans. I think it always has been.
There's Bobby Mitchell, who's part of the administrative staff of the Redskins now. He's the first black player ever to play here.
And they're all enjoying this moment. They're taking a lap now. This is kind of a victory lap. Gary Clark. Just had him. We were doing that all-time Super Bowl team and have Gary Clark as part of that.
Charlie Taylor started off as a halfback, wound up as a wide receiver, but
they were out there in the middle of the field, and now they go around and take this lap, which is great because then all the fans get to see him, all the fans in the stadium. John Riggins, you talk about memories, and Riggins is a big part of the memories of this place for me.
Evan Williams. Flag on the second half kickoff. Holding. Been a great week, really, for us, John. We were in Chicago on Monday. The all-time, all-Madden Super Bowl team. John Maynard and Joe Namath. There's Jerry Kramer, the great guard for the Packers. Excuse me, go ahead.
No, I mean, it was just the history. You start with those guys, that played in Super Bowl I.
How about those two?
Oh, two of the greatest quarterbacks that ever played in this game. And that show's going to be on Super Bowl Sunday, where we kind of have a history of the Super Bowl and
I hear
all-time Super Bowl players.
I hear it's so good they made it longer.
Well, I don't know about that, but it's one of those things that I don't know if it's good television or not, but it sure was fun to see all these players. Like these guys right here are having fun now. I mean, it's a reunion. They're back, and you put the Hogs on a bale of hay. I mean, they don't even give them a golf cart, and I think that's fitting.
I think there's more than one bale, too.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that a big old Joe Jacoby and Bostic and those guys in Warren and May and so on, they shouldn't be in golf carts. They ought to be given a big old truck. Sit on a bale of hay, man. If you're a Hog, that's the way you go.
An injured Redskin on the player. An injured Redskin on the kickoff return, still down. And let's see.
Nelson reunion? Straight ahead.
Presenting a new family of cars for 1997. From a new era at Mitsubishi.
Nelson family?
It truly is a wide-ranging collection of automobiles.
Nelson family. Up, straight ahead.
Everything from red-hot sports cars and rugged adventurous sport utility vehicles.
Nelson reunion?
To sophisticated and refined new sedans. They're great new cars for everyone. Because no two people are...
Don't tell me. Nelson reunion?
Exactly alike. The new family of cars for 1997. From Mitsubishi, built for living.
Lead car. Take it slow. Everybody okay? Wait a minute, what's he doing? He wants more. Right there. Over there.
Diet Dr. Pepper, the taste you've been looking for.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by the car that's here today and here tomorrow. The new Galant from Mitsubishi, built for living. By Gillette Sensor XL and the Gillette Series. Gillette, the best a man can get. And by Dockers Khakis. Hey, nice pants.
Back in the nation's capital. Tough way to end the year. Catano.
Well, you're going to see. Here's Al Catano right here. And you just see right there, he gets rolled up upon, gets that leg, and they put a splint on it already and put him in the golf cart and took him off the field. See that splint on that right leg?
Sherman Williams, the ball carrier, straight ahead. Not much doing.
You know, one of the things that the Cowboys are trying to do is really to win and to play without their guys, and it's a difficult situation because even when they have their guys offensively, you know, they haven't had any continuity all year. And like Ernie Zampese was saying last night, offensively, from training camp, we always thought we were going to break through, and we never did break through this year, so you can't expect these guys to break through.
Here's Wade Wilson back to throw. Sherman Williams dropped it. A flag on the play. Troy Aikman over on the sideline. He has gone from the clipboard to the headset.
Well, see what happens is he has the headset now. Usually Jason Garrett does that. Here's Jason Garrett. They keep moving back and forth every time I do it. But I think that Ernie wants to get Jason Garrett ready to play.
Number 25, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Call against Tom Carter. It's an automatic first down. Ed Hockley, the referee, you heard him say that.
Because what the Cowboys were talking about, of course, you know, Jason Garrett is usually on the phone, and Ernie Zampese calls a play down to Jason Garrett, who calls it into the headset of the quarterback. So now Troy Aikman is calling it into the headset of Wade Wilson this half.
That's Walker. Redskins blitz catches him.
That's why they miss Emmitt Smith. You know that Emmitt Smith is a great runner, but you also have to block.
Marcus Patton, the first man to arrive.
Yep. Oh, don't mess with him.
No,
I wouldn't mess with Marcus Patton. But the thing is you're going to see him come from this side here, and the guy that has to block him is Sherman Williams, and he doesn't get it done. You see right there, he throws an air ball. And that's the problem. I mean, you have a running back. The running back has to be able to run. But in this league, the running back has to be able to pass protect.
Especially if you're the only remaining back. Wade Wilson gets it to Michael Irvin. And Irvin gets across the 30, about the 32. Not enough for a first down.
Yeah, and that's his first catch. You know, we talked about why Michael Irvin is playing, which I think is stupid anyway. If, you know, to play for a reason to get 1,000 yards and you need 45, you either play to win the game and play to play the game, or you don't play if you're going to sit out. But he's trying to get 45 more yards so that he has 1,000 yards. But I think those things should just come naturally or not come. You don't manufacture it.
Wade Wilson back. Again, Sherman Williams can't find the handle on a crossing pattern. He dropped it, and the Cowboys have to punt.
You know, those are the things that, again, getting back to Emmitt Smith that make him such a great running back is that he does run with the ball when you need a runner, but if you need a blocker, he blocks. And you saw Sherman Williams miss that block. And if you need a receiver, he's a good receiver, and you just saw Sherman Williams drop a pass.
Emmitt made the trip, obviously, but he's not in uniform. He's on the inactive list. He's one of those guys that you can't keep out of the game if he's dressed.
And they're going to need the heck out of him next week.
Fair catch signal by Brian Mitchell. And the Redskins will take over after a 40-yard punt by John Jett. No return.
The way I see it, coaching against this Leon kid must be like sitting on a tack. Got your offense stymied, your defense bamboozled. What can you do? And just when you figure things can't get any worse, guess who shows up to return the punt? Prime time. Oh, brother. Anyway, take it from me, forget your fancy sports drink and get yourself some bicarbonate of soda.
You're the one I can count on day after day. Oh, there's no second guessing. Show me the way. You're a part of me. That's the heart of me. Together we are harmony. Dr. Pepper, you're a part of me. You're the part.
People keep asking me, how does it feel to be Steve Young? Frankly, it hurts. Give me my Advil.
Medical studies prove on tough pain, 2 Advil work better than any 2 Tylenol. No wonder for sore muscles, more doctors recommend Advil than any other pain reliever.
Nasty game.
Advil just works better. And for a cold, try Advil Cold and Sinus. It's tough on colds like Advil is on pain.
Get ready for the all-new Bundy Christmas special.
Jingle bell, jingle bell.
Bless you. Married with Children, part of a full hour tonight on Fox.
The aerial views that you've been seeing of today's game coming from the Miller Eagle. That view right there. The Eagle is a unique twin-engine airplane that has been designed to provide these terrific shots. Miller's testing the Eagle this season. An airplane, not an airship. Here's first. Incomplete. Michael Westbrook, intended receiver, flag on the play. It'll be against Dallas. That adds up to pretty successful first half, I'd say.
Well, that's the thing that we talked about. You know, such a good job that Norv Turner does in calling plays, and not only mixing it to different receivers, but throwing for different positions on the field. Again, you know, on one hand, you know that, you know, this doesn't count for anything for the Redskins. They're not going to be in any playoffs or anything, but there's only one reason to play the game. You still go out to win. I mean, if you're a player and you're competing, that's what you go out to do, and the Redskins are doing that.
Rod gives to Terry. And talk about you go out to win, you go out to play hard.
Yeah, that's what I think you always do, is just to go out to play hard. I was never a big believer that you needed a reason to win, because I always thought, well, what happens if you don't have a reason to win? I mean, you know, they say, well, they don't have any reason to play. You got a reason to play. I mean, there's another team there. That's your reason to play. And I always thought if someone could turn it on and turn it off just because they wanted to or didn't want to, they weren't one anyway.
A lot of people think they can, but you just can't do that.
No, and that's why it's so good to see a big Ed Simmons in there at right tackle. I mean, he's missed 5 games, coming off a knee injury. He didn't have to come back and play today.
Norv was talking to me before the game down on the field. He was saying, you guys need something to talk about. Talk about Ed Simmons. He's been hurt. He didn't have to come back and play today. Talk about guys playing with their heart and guys who don't need something to play for, guys who want to be a part of the Redskins and want to be a part of this whole effort. Terrific.
And they want to be just because he's a football player and there's a football game to be played.
And we want to win whatever we're playing. Hurrah. Henry Allen to the 5. Chased down at the 5 by George Teague.
Yeah, they worked on the rookie Wendell Davis over there, number 35, and he's just going to misjudge that play. See, Henry Allen, here's Wendell Davis there at 35. Now watch him. He starts up here. He starts in, and he just misjudges it. He tries to undercut it or something. I don't know if he saw that ball or not, but he tried to undercut that thing, and he just threw it right over his head to Henry Allen.
There's a flag on the play as well.
But that's a face mask right there that you see by George Teague after Wendell Davis was beaten. That's a tough thing. First of all, Wendell Davis, the corner, is beaten by Henry Allard. And then to top it, George Teague comes over and adds a penalty to it.
Teague got his hand off the mask as fast as he could, but he still grabbed it. 2 tight ends set up for the Redskins. Terry Allen. Touchdown. Allen's second today.
It was really the third. Remember, they gave him one earlier and then took it away from him. But I tell you, he loves to run in behind Trey Johnson. Trey Johnson, his left guard, pulls on that play to the right. Terry Allen just gets right in behind him.
That's a big back to hide behind.
And that's what Trey Johnson does well, you know, is pull and lead. A lot of teams lead with their fullbacks, like the Dallas Cowboys with Darrell Johnston. The Redskins lead with their guards.
Blanton for the extra point to put the Redskins further ahead, 23.
That's number 77, Trey Johnson. See that? That was the block that got Terry Allen in.
23-3.
Welcome to Spirit of the Game, brought to you by Southwest Airlines, with low fares on every flight, every seat, every day. Juggling may be a hobby for fans, but it's a way of life for an NFL receiver.
It is bounced around and caught by McCardle. Touchdown. It bounced off Darrell Lewis. It bounced off Keenan McCardle.
And you have to keep your head up in order to avoid a thumbs down.
Every year at this time, folks at Southwest Airlines get together to cook dinner at the Ronald McDonald House.
Request clearance for landing.
It's a special home where families can stay while their seriously ill children undergo treatment at a nearby hospital. The Ronald McDonald Houses are Southwest Airlines' primary charity. Thanks to your support, these children receive a special gift every day of the year, a gift of hope. From our families to yours, happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, Herb.
And a Merry Christmas to you, too.
Now, Jack, I'm not making any promises, but when you get your license, this car could be yours. But please, take it easy, because it has a lot of power, and it's quiet, so you don't have to crank up the music. But I'm not worried. I know you'll be a great driver. Just like your dad.
Introducing the new 1997 Mitsubishi Galant. A car you can count on. The new Galant from Mitsubishi. Built for living.
Tired of the same old Christmas shows?
You want excitement? Shove this up your stocking! Whoa!
Then check out The Simpsons tonight.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper is just what the doctor ordered.
11:47 left in the third quarter. The Redskins to kick it off. They lead by 20 points. 23-3. Kevin Williams tripped up and down at the 23. Here again, the touchdown.
Yeah, we were talking about Trey Johnson and what a good job he does of coming and kicking out right here so that Terry Allen can get it in. The guy that does a poor job is Roger Harper there. On the goal line, you can't stand and wait. Watch Trey Johnson right there. Boom. Harper waits. Terry Allen just runs right over him. But if you're in the goal line, you better penetrate. When Roger Harper, had he taken that hole, that would have been tough to get a touchdown. He just stood in the goal line.
Penetrate, don't hesitate. Wade Wilson swings it outside to Herschel Walker. Walker to the 43, first down, Cowboys. Dallas total yards, 27 rushing, 42 passing. And you get out distance considerably.
Well, here's Herschel Walker lined up here as a wide receiver. He just runs a little hook, and all they're trying to do is just get the ball to Herschel Walker out in the open field and let him use his strength and his speed.
Now he's in the backfield with Sherman Williams. Walker is. Here's Wade Wilson. Sherman Williams can't find a handle again. And right now for McDonald's game break, let's return to James Brown at our Fox Television Center.
All right, Pat, take a look at Philadelphia. Mike Mamula. Great play, forces the fumble, picks it up, takes it in for the score. Philadelphia wins comfortably. That sets up next Sunday right here on Fox. Philadelphia at San Francisco. Wild card action begins then. Back to Pat and John.
And we'll be there with the wild card action next week. 2nd and 10. Flags fly everywhere. Sherman Williams gets the ball. Williams gains into the Cowboy backfield, but jumped off sides.
Yeah, that's why he was into the Cowboy backfield, because he left before the rest of them did.
That usually happens.
Offsides by the defense, number 95. 5-yard penalty, repeat, 2nd down.
Ed Hockley hooked one of his other officials on the way by. Did a clothesline.
That's what you always have to watch out when you're another official. You have to watch for anything flying on around out there. Seems like we've seen more officials this year get hit, especially that guy right there, that umpire. You know, and he's the guy, behind. He lines up right here. That's the toughest position in officiating.
Here's Sherman Williams. Gets the first down. Hops around, jumps out of a couple of tackles. Keith Taylor.
Sherman Williams is doing the running part all right. He's having trouble with the other parts of being a running back. He's already dropped 3 passes today, and he did a couple Olay blocks, and those are important things too. I mean, they don't go statistically. It doesn't go how many blocks did you miss, but I think when he's in there, I would think that would bring about a lot more blitzing than if Emmitt Thomas or Evan Smith were in there.
Olay blocks. Flag him by. Wilson going deep for Irvin. Safety man got over Stanley Richard, and he intercepts for the Redskins.
Stanley Richard's a free safety on that one. I didn't know that he had control of the ball, but they said that he did. He's a free safety, and he jumps over. Here's Stanley Richard right here, and you see the ball is thrown short and to the inside, and he does have control going down, but then it looks like Michael Irvin took it out of there. See, he has the ball now.
Incomplete.
And then they ruled it to be incomplete again.
I thought so.
I thought when I saw it with my raw eyes that it was incomplete.
Raw eyes are good.
And then they gave it to him, and then you look here, and it looks like it's incomplete. Michael Irvin stood there and argued about it, and he won the argument. So much for that old deal. They say it doesn't pay to argue.
Yeah? Who said that?
I don't know. My mother used to tell me that. And then, guys, when I was coaching, and playing baseball, there was doesn't pay to argue. And then because I never had coached it, I never won an argument. So I always learned that it never paid to argue. And then, lo and behold,
You never lost an argument?
No, I never won an argument. When I was a coach, I never won an argument. I always
lost. With an official, you mean?
Yeah, with an official.
Sherman Williams. Rod Stevens spun him around and slung him down.
here's Stevens in here, and here's the guy that make these two things happen. Sean Gilbert in there by getting the penetration. You see here, when he gets the penetration right there, then they get it from the outside, and then Stevens can come up. You see, now watch him. He moves in here. You see, and he gets the penetration right there, so there's no cutback, and that forces Williams to the outside into Rod Stevens.
4 wide receivers. Wilson throws the interception to Scott Turner. And down he goes. The Redskins take over.
Oh, Wade Wilson just threw that one up for grabs. He was getting a pass rush, and that has to be on the pass rush. He just went to get rid of that one. But Jim, here he gets the blitz, and then you see he just throws that away in the middle. I mean, there's no way that anyone had a chance to catch that ball.
I don't think that pass rush was that severe.
No, but he felt something, and he threw it away, and I don't know what Kelvin Martin was doing. I mean, the ball was there for Kelvin Martin, and he let the guy jump in there and intercept it. Then he just stood there and watched it. And I don't care what the game. I mean, there's a game to be played. You got to go play.
And let's play.
And I'll tell you, the Redskins are, and the Cowboys aren't.
Terry Allen cuts it back for 3. Godfrey Miles made the stop.
You know, the thing is, and I think that, you know, like Norm Turner was saying yesterday, the Redskins are going to win a lot of games this year, and you're going to look at the record and say there's a lot of teams that were in the playoffs, close to being in the playoffs with that record, but it's not the games they won or the games they lost, it's when and how they won the games they won and the games they lost.
2 tight ends this time. Incomplete, intended for William Bell. Pass that worked earlier in the day a couple of times.
You know who's been quiet today is Jamie Asher. Yesterday when we talked to the Redskins and Norm Turner and Jamie Asher, they thought that he would be a big part of their offense. They thought that they could throw the ball to their tight end, and you know, last time they played him, they threw some outs and stuff to him. They thought this time they could run some inside stuff to him, and he hasn't caught a pass all day.
He had a big game, remember, against the Eagles. 2 wide receivers this time. No flags. Here's Farad. Intended for Brian Mitchell, and there was a miscommunication of some sort.
You know, that's one of those option things. Remember years ago that Dave Meggett used to run with the Giants, where they called it scat, and you go in, and if the guy plays you inside, you go out, and if he plays you outside, you go in.
Speaking of Dave Meggett, big day he had yesterday for the Patriots as they came from way behind to get the home field advantage in the playoffs to beat the Giants. Matt Turk hangs one way up there. Fair catch called for by Kelvin Martin. And the Cowboys take over at about the 19-20-yard line. The Redskins, however, lead it 23-3.
Now, Jack, I'm not making any promises, but when you get your license, this car could be yours. But please, take it easy, because it has a lot of power, and it's quiet, so you don't have to crank up the music. But I'm not worried. I know you'll be a great driver. Just like your dad.
Introducing the new 1997 Mitsubishi Galant. A car you can count on. The new Galant from Mitsubishi. Built for living.
Beau pantalon.
Hey, she says nice pants. Les Americans font rire.
Darker stone-washed khakis.
Hey, sir, is that good here?
Oui. It's not surprising when people discover Diet Dr. Pepper actually tastes more like regular Dr. Pepper. They find it hard to keep it to themselves. Diet Dr. Pepper tastes more like regular Dr. Pepper.
McDonald's is celebrating Disney's 101 Dalmatians with 4 delightfully fun snow domes, each only $1.99 when you buy any extra value meal or new deluxe sandwich. Only at McDonald's, your Dalmatian location.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to hold up your greatest moments poster with the yellow side facing the field on the count of 1, 2, 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Posters up. Thank you.
Talk about your fans. For years and years, they've been here. Sherman Williams.
And that was their tribute to RFK. And they say they came here, and that was their way of saying thank you. They all gave RFK a standing ovation.
One of the players said earlier, the only time I've ever felt the earth shake was here at RFK.
And I felt the earth shake here at RFK, and I know we've felt this booth shake at RFK.
Sure have.
I've seen this thing up in here would shake at RFK.
Here's Wade Wilson back to throw. Kevin Williams this time makes the catch.
You know, is it raining out there? You know, I think, Pat, when they gave that tribute to RFK, I think it started to rain at the same time, or snow, or whatever that is. They all stood up. All the people stood up, and I was watching them, and they gave that tribute, and then this came at the same time.
Well, this place has seen some games played under some conditions. They used to paint the dirt here, and the mud, you'd come out all stained green.
Oh, they had the best green dirt in the league.
Yep. Walker has the pass go right to his arms. There's a flag on the play. And Hockey Lee headed up to check it out.
That's going to be against the Redskins, and Barnes on that one. He got in there a little. You know, that's the thing with that slant pass. You get a couple of goes on it. One, you may complete it. And there's a lot of pass interference on that play.
Interference by the defense. Number 27, automatic first down.
Keith Taylor.
Yeah, you see here he is here, and he's going to run that slant. And you see what happens. You see when you go to jump in on that slant, if you have any contact while the ball's in the air, it's going to be pass interference.
And an automatic first down. The Cowboys have it at their own 46, trailing by 20 points. Sherman Williams lost the ball, and the Redskins appear to have it.
Sherman Williams may not play a down in the playoffs.
Rod Stevens came up with it. Was going to spike it, but then he thought better. I better signal for a first down. 23-3 Washington.
What's more amazing than the places you can go on the internet? The fact that you don't need a computer to get there. Web TV from Philips Magnavox. The internet now on your television at an affordable price.
Wishes you and yours a very happy holiday season.
The Black & Decker Workmate, now with a larger work surface and one-handed clamping. Workmate by Black & Decker.
The Braun Flex Integral with its pivoting head gives you our closest, smoothest shave anytime, anywhere, fast.
Huh? Is there a problem, officer? You have a nice day.
Braun, designed to perform better.
Send email, get sports scores, find dinosaurs. Is something missing? Exactly. the computer. Web TV from Philips Magnavox. The internet now on your television at an affordable price.
Presenting a comedy that tells it like it is.
Put a little oil around there, just like Bobby Unser said, it's like it go boom, boom.
Yep. King of the Hill premieres January 12th.
A little steam rising in RFK.
You can't beat that shot. I mean, that's something you always love, is when the sweat comes out of the top of your head. You know, that's why, you know, they always say that heat escapes out your head, and that's a picture of it.
And if you keep your head warm, you can stay warm. Straight ahead is Terry Allen.
That's what they always say about cold. It comes in your feet and goes out your head. We just had a picture of it going out your head. You know, in that fumble by Sherman Williams, I think Rod Stevens may have grabbed his elbow, but that ball came out of there way too easily.
2nd and 2. Here's Terry Allen getting a workout, but not a first down. Stopped by Hervin McCormick. Godfrey Miles.
Look, Ray Childress is in there now, number 72, the defensive tackle they picked up when Leon Lett was suspended. They just picked him out. He was kind of in retirement.
Kinda. He was in retirement.
Well, he was in retirement. He was kind of on a ranch or something, wasn't he? In retirement.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's in you know, in the harness again. He has the football gear on, and he's playing games and going to the playoffs. And who would have thought? Remember all those great years that Ray Childress had with the Houston Oilers, both as a defensive end and a defensive tackle.
Some player. That's Brian Mitchell. Cut down right at the line of scrimmage. Speaking of a guy who spent a lot of time in the defensive line and a guy who looked like he could still be there, Dave Butts. Dave, how you doing?
Good, gentlemen. Thank you very much for letting me talk to you.
Yeah, Dave, you know, we talk about memories we had here at RFK, and one of mine was always you playing and your helmet, you know, looked like it just got in a bus wreck or something, and you walking off the field with your son. Those were great memories.
There's people that still come up. He's 19 years old now. And you go to an airport and they come by and they say, how's little Dave, or how's that little guy that held your helmet up? So there's a tremendous number of people that remember that, which is fine with me.
Dave, is your son as big as you?
No, little Dave's, he's littler, but he's smarter.
Hey, what are your greatest memories, Dave, of being here at RFK?
I think we had a defensive classic game here. I think there was 32 punts per side. I think score was 5-3. It was a wet and rainy day. Tremendous effort. I just went in the locker room, sat down. The trainer felt really sorry for me. I must really look pitiful. And came over the first time in my life and cut tape off of me. And I thought either I was going to die or he was going to help me.
You didn't do that.
Right.
How'd you feel out there in the field at halftime? What was that like?
It's good. These are very good fans, and they're very, very helpful, especially if the game is really close. They get rocking. The quarterback can't hear it all. It upsets the offensive line. They forget really what they're doing. So it's really an advantage to have the fans here, have them so close. They get together and start really working. They have an effect on the offense.
Well, Dave, good luck to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a great Christmas.
You too. Dave Butts. Nobody knocked him ever backwards.
Well, the one thing that you couldn't do against Dave Butts is he played defensive tackle, and you couldn't run at him, and you couldn't run away from him and cut back into him. I mean, his area, he was very, very possessive about his area.
He owned it.
Did you used to know a guy named Fishhook?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, when I was a kid, yeah. Fishhook sold peanuts. Sherman Williams, the ball carrier.
Where'd Fishhook sell peanuts?
On the corner, Main Street. Yeah, I knew him well.
Everyone should know a Fishhook in their life. There's Derek Kennard getting a little playing time. You know, they just kind of signed him for insurance. And, you know, he didn't expect to play a lot, but sometimes, you know, getting a little playing time like this will help if they need you in the playoffs.
Wade Wilson, they bobble. Momentarily, then the quarterback sneak.
I think as you see Barry Switzer down there, I think his idea is to just get out of this game and not get any players injured. He's not going to take any chances. They don't get the first down here. And
nope.
Redskins have forced them to punt. Today is a Redskins day. And you just watch it control this line of scrimmage. You see the ball, and you have to get underneath their shoulder pads, and you have to get down, and you have to win that battle of leverage. And the Redskins won that little battle of leverage right there.
The Redskins as a team day. It's the Redskins fans day. It's the former Redskins day.
And they're just using the Cowboys as an opponent.
Yep. Brian Mitchell gets back to... Here is the NFC Mitsubishi playoff picture. Green Bay, Carolina, and Dallas, the division champions. The wild cards, the 49ers, Minnesota, and Philadelphia. Philadelphia goes to the 49ers next week, and Minnesota goes to Dallas. Have I got it right?
Yeah, I think you had it right. I think that order was wrong.
Here's Gus Frerotte. Throws high. Flag on the play. It's going to be against Washington.
You know what's going to happen is you're going to say, they're going to say that the Redskins, you know, that the Cowboys didn't play all their guys, but the Redskins do play well against these guys. Here's what it looks like now. It'll be Minnesota at Dallas, Philadelphia at the 49ers, and then, of course, the first round buys are the champions with the best record, the Green Bay Packers and Carolina Panthers.
And again, congratulations to the Carolina Panthers in their second year. They win the NFC West.
The Redskins just came up with a penalty that you don't see a heck of a lot of, that was tripping. They were called for tripping. Old Fishhook never tripped in his life.
First and 20. Screen pass comes out to Bowie. Bowie back to the 46-yard line, maybe.
Look at the guy out here in front there, old Trey Johnson. You know, it used to be Trey, a T-R with a goo over the E, and now it's just E. Johnson, because his real name is Edward Johnson. And but he was a third, so they made him Trey and then put the goo over the E, and then just went back to the E. But he was out in front on that play again, on that screen pass. And for a guy that weighs around 340 pounds, he sure gets around this football field.
You can't see that Agoo. Is it up there?
No. The Agoo, it used to be T-R-E, Agoo over the E. Now it's just E, but no Agoo.
Terry Allen. The AFC playoff picture, the division winners, Denver, New England, and Pittsburgh. The wild card teams, Buffalo, Jacksonville, and Indianapolis.
A couple surprises being in there. You know, Jacksonville, obviously, but a surprise not being in there is the Kansas City Chiefs.
I mean, would say.
They were a little like the Redskins, you know, a team that got off to a great start, had big records, and, you know, people were thinking, geez, they may go all the way, and then they don't make the deal.
Henry Ellard makes the catch, and it is a catch. And that'll be enough to move the sticks. First down, Redskins. A minute left to play in the third quarter.
Henry Ellard's an amazing guy, isn't he? I mean, he's and you talk to defensive backs around this league, and they say, they'll tell you that Henry Ellard runs better pass patterns than anyone in football, and has for like 14 years.
He has caught 4 passes today for 99 yards. 2 tight ends this time, and Terry Allen is cut down behind the line of scrimmage by Randall Godfrey, Cowboys rookie linebacker from Georgia.
Yeah, there's a starting linebacker now. Remember, Broderick Thomas was the starting linebacker there, but he lacked some speed on pass coverage, so they about 3 or 4 games ago, they starting Randall Godfrey.
And he's played very well.
Well, because he can run. I mean,
that's
one thing that in any defense you need, but especially in this Dallas Cowboy defense, you need speed.
That's the end of the third quarter then. 23-3, the Redskins over the Cowboys.
Rise and Walk, the Dennis Byrd Story, Christmas Eve on Nonstop Fox.
At Vista and Airman Pond, you'll find more than the Valley's best selection of quality used tools, guns, and musical instruments. You'll also find brand new items at incredibly low prices. And right now is the time to make your purchase for the holidays. Vista and Airman Pond have new digital readout cassette decks for your car and new speaker boxes, including woofers, both with full factory warranties. Layaway is available. And don't forget our large selection of gold, diamonds, and other fine jewelry. Vista Pond on the corner of Vista and Rose Hill, and Airman Pond in Mountain Home. It's more bargain than you realize.
If you found yourself a little short lately, you need to stop by Check Exchange. Check Exchange will now loan you up to $500 cash. Just write a check, and Check Exchange will hold that check until your next payday. You get fast cash on the spot. Payroll, personal, two-party, out-of-state government, and most other checks cashed in minutes. So don't be caught short next time. You need cash. Stop by Check Exchange. 2 locations in Boise, on the Boulevard in Nampa, and now open on Cheney and Twin Falls.
It's day 3 of your local Ford dealer's year-end clearance. That means you only have 8 days left to get year-end deals like these. Get $1,000 cash back or 1.9 financing on America's best-selling car. Or you could lease a Taurus for as little as $199 a month. Or lease a well-equipped Explorer XLT for only $289 a month. Every Ford car, every Ford truck is priced to move right now. So for your best deal on America's best sellers, get the year-end clearance at your local Ford dealer now. You only have 8 days left.
Back-to-back Simpsons, every weekday starting at 5.
One more quarter to go at RFK Stadium in Washington, the last professional football game to be played here. The Redskins will move into a new stadium next year. But what a history this place has had. Childress. And another of the introduced Redskins at the half, and a guy contributed so much to so many championships, Mark Mosley, the kicker. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Pat. How you doing?
Doing great. How you doing?
I tell you what, other than this being the last game, it's been a good one for us.
What did it feel like at the half when you went out and joined the teammates?
Well, it's quite an experience. I guess there's some sadness there, but at the same time, it's great to be back with all the fans and to see how they remember all of the players from the past. At the same time, it's kind of sad knowing that this is the last game to be played here.
These are the best fans, I think, anywhere around. That's a hard statement to make, but because there's some great fans in other cities, but they're none as enthusiastic or more enthusiastic than this group.
Yeah, you're right. These fans are the kind of fans that don't leave you whether you win or lose. They're always here. They have since 1964, and when the team started selling out, and they've been selling out every year, and these fans just keep coming no matter what happens.
Well, Mark, great to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Pat. And tell John there that I miss not making his All-Madden team anymore.
Well, he heard you.
Yeah, just keep kicking, Mark.
All right. Well, I'm trying. I played a little semi-pro down here, still kicking. And I actually made a couple of tackles this year at 48.
That's what I heard. I got to report on that.
All right, good.
Thanks, Mark.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, Mark Mosley's still playing some football. Yeah, they send me reports on him playing, and even made a couple of hits along the way that he's proud of.
Still wants to be on the All-Madden team.
Yeah.
But you got to see him play.
Yeah, I know it. And we got to get picking some guys around here.
Face mask by the defense, number 75. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
That doesn't look like... is she one of our camera people? Merry Christmas.
She looks like she's on the wrong side of that deal.
Yeah. Penalty takes it down inside the 10 for the Redskins.
You know, if the Redskins will win this game, they will have beaten the Cowboys 3 out of the last 4 times they've played them. So maybe this game doesn't mean a lot to the Cowboys, but the Redskins do kind of have their number.
To the 5 is Terry Allen.
I think that Norv Turner's done an excellent job with this team and building an offense. And
there's our next guest.
Yeah. Those are the happiest dogs. If you ever see a dog like that, like a golden retriever,
yeah,
they're the happiest dogs. Those dogs have more fun than any other dog there is.
Having some fun right now.
Oh, yeah, you can't beat that. And I'll bet you the tail's waggling. There's no way that tail isn't waggling right now.
Second goal. Allen again into the end zone and into the stands from 6 yards out.
Now you're talking. Now you're talking. This is a way to remember it. You know, it hasn't been a happy season for these Redskins. It hasn't been everything they wanted, but today's their day. I'm going to miss this, too.
Yeah, the Redskin band. Hail to the Redskins. They're going to the new stadium.
Yeah, but it won't be
the same.
No, it's not, you know, and that's the thing that's tough about it when you miss these stadiums is that you're not going to have them anymore. I mean, there'll be a new stadium and another stadium, but you won't have this one anymore.
Blanton's extra point is good. Terry Allen scores the touchdown, his 3rd of the day. 30-3.
Men's haberdashery. Haute couture. The Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Right now, Lexus is featuring exceptional values on its full line of cars.
Going down.
Uh-oh. Hurry to your Lexus dealer, where impressive values are in the bag.
Bayer, powerful pain relief, and so much more. Also try Extra Strength Bayer, nothing stronger for everyday pain.
Topped with ripe red tomato and fresh green lettuce, McDonald's Deluxe sandwiches fit right into the holidays. The great grown-up taste, the perfect holiday treat.
Now for sale on video, Twister.
It's Christmas time!
This holiday season, it's the one special gift that'll blow everyone away.
It's coming!
Twister, bring it home for the holidays.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by the new Lexus ES300. The road is calling. Answer it. By Miller Lite. When you've got the great taste of an ice-cold Miller Lite, life is good. And by Nike.
Blanton set to kick off. Washington in control of things, 30-3. It's going to be Kevin Williams at about the 11. Heard it out of bounds. The Redskin band and singers.
Can't beat that.
No. Flag on the play. Looks like Herschel Walker is the tailback now. Barry Switzer had said that Herschel had gotten...
Full start by the offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty, it remains first down.
Herschel had gotten some work at tailback during the week. So now that's his position, and Jason Garrett is the quarterback.
You kind of figured that when you saw Troy Aikman on the headset. When they took the headset off Jason Garrett, you figured that he was going to play in this second half. Now, Troy Aikman is the guy that will get the plays from Ernie Zampese and call him into Jason Garrett.
Troy still on the headset. I wonder if he'll yell at Jason Garrett.
Well, what he used to do, he wouldn't yell at Jason Garrett. He would yell into this mic to Jason, because that mic would go up to Ernie Zampese. So if he wanted to yell like he didn't like a play, he would come over and yell it like he was yelling at Jason Garrett, but he was really getting to Ernie Zampese, who was on the other end.
Larry Allen limping. You know, Troy looks a little bit like a coach in that headset.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he doesn't look like a quarterback, and he didn't. I was watching the pregame warm-up. I said, geez, that's a different guy than the guy I usually see in the pregame warm-up.
Kevin Williams, the pass from Jason Garrett complete. Larry Allen was limping after the last play. He's not only a very, very good player, a fine player, he is tough.
I think Larry Allen is probably the best offensive lineman in football. And, you know, they got to get back to playing that way, you know, where, you know, Allen plays like that, and Eric Williams plays like that, Ray Donaldson gets healthy.
That's John Flannery at center now.
Yeah, well, Ray Donaldson's been banged up. This is Flannery's first play in all year.
Garrett hits Ty J. Armstrong.
You know, George Hageman's been playing pretty well at that left tackle position. Mark Tuanay, of course, they didn't activate today, so they could rest him. They're getting some of these other offensive linemen some playing time, and then hope they don't need them when they get into the playoffs.
Back to punt is John Jett for the 6th time today. Clock running with 11 minutes left. Jett hangs it high. Brian Mitchell will try to return it. Hooked at about the 21 by Jim Swans. We've said that a lot this year on punt coverage. 30-3.
We plan this trip every year, just Dad and me. But this year, I got a sinus attack.
When regular pain relievers aren't enough, Tylenol Sinus relieves both sinus pain and pressure, so you don't lose another day. Tylenol Sinus.
Hyperkeratosis? Symptom: persistent, itchy, flaky scalp. Solution: Neutrogena T-Gel. It works. Neutrogena T-Gel Shampoo. Recommended #1 by dermatologists.
If it's hard finding the right gift for your children this holiday season, don't worry. Radio Shack has the gifts that'll grab your kids' attention. Radio Shack. You've got questions. We've got answers.
Men's haberdashery. Haute couture. The Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Right now, Lexus is featuring exceptional values on its full line of cars.
Going down.
Uh-oh. Hurry to your Lexus dealer, where impressive values are in the bag.
Congratulations to the X-Files, nominated for 3 Golden Globe Awards, including Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Drama Series, tonight on Fox.
Soccer ball bouncing around RFK. There'll be a lot of that.
That'll be the only thing here. I think they're just going to have soccer and concerts and stuff like that.
At the 22, 1st and 10, Terry Allen, still the running back. If he gets 2 yards, he didn't quite get it. If he gets 2, he breaks the all-time Washington single-season rushing record. He needs now he needs 1 more, right?
Yeah, he just lost 1, so now he needs 3 to break John Riggins' record. John Riggins is here, and I'm sure that's why Terry Allen is in there right now, and I'm sure that's why they're running the ball, because they have to know that. They ran it on first down. I would expect that they would run it again on this down.
Terry Allen, and he just got it.
See, the linemen know it. You see the linemen all put their hands up? Those are the guys that know it, the offensive linemen.
Yeah. Broke John Riggins' record. 1,351 rushing yards, single season Redskin record.
Terry Allen, a season total of 1,353 yards, an all-time Washington Redskin record.
And here it is. Here's the all-time Washington Redskin rushing record, getting the end of it right there. Putting it down, and the first guy's up there. You see Ed Simmons, he was up there racing it up. Yeah, there we go. The way to go.
Flag on this play. Wide open is Jamie Asher. Asher gets up to the 48. Terry Allen. What a tough runner he is.
You know, and he scored so many touchdowns this year because he runs well down there in the goal line. I mean, he's a quick runner. He's a slasher. He hits the hole, follows blocks. And then he'll put his shoulders down and just run right over anything.
And then he'll jump into the stands.
And he has, you know, when you talk about running backs or you talk about NFL players, I think there's as much respect for Terry Allen as there is anyone in this league.
Around the league, the other players, you're so right.
You know, he had 2 major reconstructive knee surgeries, both knees.
Yeah.
You know, and there were people who thought he was all done.
Offsides by the defense. The defensive right end, that penalty is declined. There's also personal foul face mask by the defense. Number 35, it's a 15-yard penalty, first down.
First down, Washington.
Wendell Davis has had a tough time out there today. He's a rookie cornerback, and you know they're going to work on him when he gets out there, and they have been, and he's been having penalties and all those other things. Everyone realizes now what Terry Allen's done, and I'm sure that his day is done and his season is done.
That's the 3rd time today that Dallas has been called for a face mask violation.
Yeah, Dallas is just playing sloppy football, and part of that is that they don't care an awful lot, and they're playing a lot of different people, and they don't have their cohesiveness.
Stephen Davis, a big, strong guy himself, stopped by Roger Harper.
You know, the thing is, you still have to put someone in there, and if you're the guy that's in there, you don't want to get whipped. I don't care what the situation is. And you know, there's a guy that we talk about the All Madden team, and I think there's one guy you can say who's going to be in the team, and he's in the Pro Bowl, and I think he's one guy. Any team I ever had, I would take Terry Allen.
You'd want him on it.
I sure would.
Here's Sperron. The catch. That double move by Henry Ellard, and the ball was on the way while he was still in his move.
You see, the thing that he can do is he already has the outside, so he just keeps it there. He gets Williams, like you say, a double move.
Yep.
He gets him up, then he gets him going again. But the thing that he kept him on his inside the whole time, knowing that he was going to run an out. And he gave himself room to the sideline, and he had Williams where he wanted him, his inside shoulder, and he kept him there throughout 2 moves.
Big day for Gus Frerotte. $230 pounds. Roger Harper felt the end of that one.
That was the other guy. Remember when we did the opening game of the Redskins, and they were just coming out of their training camp and preseason, and Stephen Davis was another running back that Norv Turner liked. He liked Bowie and Davis, and he thought that, maybe they would help him this year, but if not, they were going to be part of their future.
Davis is deep. And he rips into the end zone. Another Redskin touchdown.
This is when it's fun to play, when you have them whipped and then you just bury their nose in it.
This game is presented by authority of the National Football League, is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or the use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Washington Redskins and the National Football League is prohibited.
This is one of those games that the offensive line will love because, you know, they got the defense broken down. They're able to run the ball, and Terry Allen got an all-time rushing record.
Blanton's extra point is good. 37 to 3. Still 7.5 minutes left.
Men's haberdashery. Haute couture. The Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Right now, Lexus is featuring exceptional values on its full line of cars.
Going down.
Uh-oh. Hurry to your Lexus dealer, where impressive values are in the bag.
A company most people never heard of is changing the way we fight cancer and kidney failure. By inducing the body to produce blood cells, chemotherapy and anemia patients are gaining new strength. Helping to grow blood cells helped Amgen become the world's largest independent biotech company. Where do you learn about companies with such pioneering spirit? Exactly. NASDAQ.com.
Can MasterCard unite the world? Well, the world can't seem to agree on a single language or even a single philosophy, but we can all seem to agree on a single currency. Gold MasterCard, accepted at over 280,000 cash machines worldwide.
These aerial views of RFK Stadium in Washington are being brought to you by the Miller Brewing Eagle. The Eagle's an airplane that has been specially designed to provide aerial coverage on sports television. What a job they've done today. Blanton kicks it off. Kevin Williams fields the kick. Brownlow down to make the stop.
It's the best time of the year. I don't.
What renders us so bitter against those who trick us is that they are more clever than we are.
What's all this malarkey about how tough football players used to be? Used to be? Who's tougher than Reggie White? Bum hamstring, and he's still tossing linemen around like bocce balls. And if that locomotive can bring the heat with his leg on the fritz, imagine what it'll do to your healthy. Brother, they'll be taking team photos with an X-ray camera. Say cheese, wise guy.
Dr. Pepper, the taste you've been looking for.
Spend the holidays.
Christmas time is here. A time for joy and cheer.
With Ned and Stacy.
If you want to hear Hanukkah music, give me a wedgie.
A brand new episode tonight on Fox.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper is just what the doctor ordered.
Dallas trailing the Redskins 37-3. This is their worst loss since 1988 against Minnesota. And they got to rest a lot of people.
And the ones that played didn't play very well.
No, they didn't. Jason Garrett firing deep. Stepford Williams makes the catch. One of the great players to play here was that one, Ken Houston, and he's joined us now. Ken, thank you.
Thank you. John, sure.
Yeah, Ken, what are your memories of RFK?
Well, you know, games just like this, the cold and dreary and real hard-fought game, especially against the Cowboys. And one of my most fondest memories, the tackle I made against Walt Garrison back in 1973. I think that got me accepted in the National Football League. And I don't like plays like this, but I do remember that.
That's a Herschel Walker.
Yeah, he was almost a throwback to that era.
Yeah.
He just burst through there, didn't he?
That is unbelievable. Hey, just when I would be talking to.
Well, Ken, good luck to you, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ken. You guys did a great job. Thank you.
39-yard touchdown run by Walker.
Watch this. That's just man blocking. He gets right in here behind Derek Kennard, who does a heck of a job.
Yeah.
Kennard did play in that left guard. They just wiped it out. They get by the linebackers. There's no secondary in there. Herschel Walker just runs that thing straight up the field. That Derek Kennard, you know, I mean, people can say, you know, he's big, 340, 350. But I'll tell you, the guy can block. I mean, he's a football player, and he helped get him to the Super Bowl a year ago.
You don't knock him backwards, ever.
No, that'd be impossible. You'd need a crane to do that.
The extra point is good. 37-10 with 6:41 left to play.
Rudolph, I told you, hard right. We're supposed to be in Havana in 5 minutes, guys. Look at my play. You gotta be kidding me here. Look at it. Somebody's in deep trouble. Oh, yeah.
The VersaPack system by Black & Decker. Versatile, economical, and it makes a great gift.
I don't think Bob will mind.
VersaPack by Black & Decker.
On January 26th, Fox Sports will televise our first Super Bowl, and starting now, you can be a part of the most interactive NFL experience on the World Wide Web. Check out SuperBowl.com, brought to you by IBM.
You know, those are the twins. I think those two women that were on there are twins. Talking about which, did you hear Wade Wilson started today's game? These women are twins.
Yep.
Wade Wilson's wife had twins on Monday. He said it's been a big week for him, a boy and a girl.
And starting.
Yeah, and starting, and Christmas. He says there's a heck of a lot of stuff going on in his life.
Boniol to kick off. Brian Mitchell. Flag on the play. Stopped by Alan Campos. Against the Redskins.
During the return, illegal block in the back by the receiving team, number 47. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Watch this. You know, Schwantz made the Pro Bowl this year. Jim Schwantz, number 52. But watch when he runs into Trey Johnson. I mean, Trey Johnson, I mean, when you come down, you have to take on a lot of loads when you run down under a kickoff. You know, you have to take on wedges and ball guards, but who would expect to take on a 340-pound Trey Johnson in a kickoff play?
Here's Steve Davis again. Takes a bunch of folks to get him down. Right now, let's again go to the Fox Television Center for a game break, and here's James Brown.
All right, Pat.
Carolina came this close to losing the NFC West title, but the pickoff by Chad Cota preserved that NFC West title victory. That means Philadelphia will be at San Francisco next Sunday right here on Fox. Back to Pat Summerall and John Madden.
5:55 left to play. Straight ahead is Davis.
Yeah, I was thinking this last game being here that you know, when we leave, I'd like to take something with me. I'm sure a lot of these fans and players are all thinking that same thing. Have you thought that, just taking something out of here? Just stick it in your pocket?
I've thought about it, but I don't have room. You got room on the bus.
I know. I'm looking. I'm starting to look around for. I can't see anything here to take, but I'll guarantee on my way out, I'm grabbing something.
Take one of these guys.
I'm just going to grab something that's a thing that's a part of RFK. I may take that. That's not a bad idea. Just go pick up one of those things. Yeah, or a pylon. Yeah. Anything I can stick in my pocket.
Davis again. John, we'd sort of like to dedicate this and say hello and good wishes to your two guys who have been with you for so long and who drive the bus, Dave Hahn and Willie Yarbrough.
Yeah, they're both in the hospital now, and we send our prayers and wishes to them. And Willie will be getting out Tuesday, and Dave will be in for some time, but he's doing better.
That's the best news of all, that they're both doing better.
Yeah, and they'll be back. They'll be back here.
It ain't the same without those two guys.
Like you say, I mean, you get used to something, to some people, and you're not there, and you just realize how much you miss them.
Henry Ellard pushed out of bounds by Randall Godfrey.
We were talking about Michael Irvin getting over 1,000 yards. That catch there, Pat, I think just made Henry Ellard over 1,000 yards. So Michael Irvin, it didn't get his, and Henry Ellard, it did get his.
And look at this. Second player over 35 years old to gain 1,000 yards receiving. Henry Ellard is remarkable. Never had the great speed.
Well, he's one of those guys that, is just a football player. Yep. I mean, he knows how to play the game, but he knows also how to get himself ready, how to practice, how to work. All those ethic things that you talk about so much, or you think that are missing, or you want to knock pro sports or pro football and say it's not there anymore. You look at a guy like Henry Ellard and you know that it is here.
And with all those qualities you mentioned that he has, he just loves to play the game. Just loves to play the game.
And I think every guy that is worth a darn in football does have a passion for it.
There's another guy that always liked to play the game.
Yeah, Bill Bates. And he's a guy that I know it's killing him not to play in this game, because his first game that he ever played was here at RFK, and just like any fighter, I mean, you don't want to go out in street clothes. And Bill Bates is one of those guys who's a football player, and the last place he wants to be is there standing on that field in street clothes.
Same kind of man as he is a football player. A good one. Davis again.
Yeah, I'm starting to look down here, Pat. There's a lot of security, and they're starting to take boxes and stuff. They're hauling stuff out of here now that they probably don't want the fans to get. But they got this whole field lined because, like I was saying, I want to take something out of here when I leave.
You going to go down there?
I don't know. I'm going to go somewhere to take something out of here. I'll guarantee I'm going to take something out of here when I leave. But I'm not the only person that has that thought. I think everyone here has that thought. Those guys are there to stop them.
Terry Allen is ready for the season. Here's Gus Perron. Pass is picked off by George T. Laterals back to Wendell Davis. I don't know how that got to be the vogue, that lateraling thing.
Yeah, that's stupid. I mean, I know that, this game doesn't mean anything to the Cowboys. They're in the playoff next week, but if they want it, they have to eliminate that. I mean, their defense is playing superb. Dave Campo does a great job.
So much for your idea to get one of those.
I don't know if I can get one of those now, but they got to eliminate that lateral stuff.
There's Ernie Zampese just on the left view picture. Joe Brodsky in the middle.
Yeah, Dave Campo was talking about the defensive coordinator down there in the end, the guy who's done such a great job.
Neil Armstrong.
They're probably glad to just get out of this one, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. They didn't learn a heck of a lot.
Well, their offense hasn't been in sync all year, and the way they figured by playing one more game today, playing all their starters, it wasn't going to get in sync today, so they didn't need it anyway.
That's Herschel Walker, the ball carrier. Last time, 2 minutes left to play.
In Ames, to answer the call of the wild, one must soar with the grace and ease of the majestic eagle. Have the heart and soul of the mighty bear. And seek comfort in the great outdoors. It is here that our ancient spirits find a balanced path in our civilized world.
You know, racing for interstate means my battery has enough power to run my car, as well as some other race necessities, like this mini fridge, my foot massager. Heck, I even had a big screen put in for my friends.
Hey, that's great. But who are the chefs?
Not going anywhere for a while?
Great. Googly moogly.
Grab a Snickers.
You spell it.
Yeah.
Ladies, gentlemen, and members of the board, today we propose a different solution. Not tonight.
Hey, nice pants.
Hey, you're nice.
Dockers, stonewashed khakis.
Tired of the same old Christmas shows?
You want excitement? Shove this up your stocking!
Whoa! Then check out The Simpsons tonight.
Happy holidays from all of us at Fox. Jerry Jones, Cowboys owner. Son Stephen in front, Rich Dalrymple. Alongside.
Jerry Jones and Rich Dalrymple look like they got their coats from the same guy. Although you'd think Jerry's would cost a little more than Rich's, wouldn't you?
I would think so.
Although that's not Rich's coat. Rich right here, that coat came from some other guy. I know who it was, too.
Do you?
Yeah, Rich copped that coat. That's a cop's coat.
Here's Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker's running like a runaway freight.
Herschel's always been able to run.
Yeah, I mean,
hard and fast, straight ahead.
Yeah, he has to have that opening, and if you get him that opening, there's not a lot of people that are going to catch him, as they proved on that one play. You know, you wonder, you look at Terry Allen now, and what a great year he had, and, you know, broke the all-time rushing record for the Redskins, but you have to wonder, can they sign him? Will he be back next year? Because in this free agency thing, when you get a guy who's only here a year or two, they don't have a lot of loyalty. Darrell Green, I mean, he's been here forever. I mean, you expect
he has a lot of loyalty.
Yeah, and you expect that he would be back there, but you don't know about a Sean Gilbert, and you don't know.
Tonight on Fox, following football, Married with Children, The Simpsons, Ned and Stacy, and the X-Files, except on the West Coast. Clock running, less than a minute left. Washington 37, Dallas 10. Walker again. Walker. First down, Dallas. Stanley Richard dropped him up.
I think both teams now are just trying to get this one over with and get out of here. For the Redskins, it'll be their last game and the end of their season. For the Cowboys, they have to get ready for the playoffs next week, and I'm not sure this is a way to do it, but it is a way. Redskins getting their last picture at RFK.
As the offensive line, those who helped Terry Allen get that record. So the Redskins end At RFK, they finished with a 37-10 victory 35 years ago.
And it's still been a disappointing season for these Redskins. They're not real happy. I think today can be a good day for them, but they're still a frustrated team. The Cowboys, you wonder, they didn't get anything out of today, and you wonder how ready they're going to be for next week.
John and I will be back in just a minute with some final thoughts about today and this year in the NFL.
They're coming from Japan, from Russia, from everywhere, but they all wind up in the same place. The Wound & Wound Toy Company, one of the world's largest collections of wind-ups, LA's hottest movers, shakers, and big talkers. So bring your inner child, your real child, and your Visa card. Because at the Wound & Wound Toy Company, you won't wind up with anything using American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Not just of strength, but of the power of the mind. And if you complete the journey, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
This is the Miller Lite play of the game. Gus Frerotte, record breaker for Terry Allen.
The RFK and the stadium and the last time, but they still hate the Cowboys here too.
Setting fire to the Cowboy helmet. And John, your final thoughts about today and about the season for these two?
Well, it's just my final thoughts are really about being here at RFK. And like I said earlier, there's no place that I would rather be than right here in RFK Stadium today, because there were so many great moments here, and moments that we've been together over the years and games. And it wasn't just one play or one group or one guy. It was a combination, to me, the memories of all the fans, you know, and how great they were, and how this whole place would shake and jump, and the, you know, and the fight song, and the Hogs and Riggo and players and close games, and Joe Jacoby going against Lawrence Taylor, and the great battles, and Joe Theismann, and you know, I mean, all the players and things that happened here, and you just kind of collect them all and put them right in here and say, doggone, this was pretty good.
When you walked in here, you just got sort of a damp feeling when you walked through the dugout out onto the field, when you walked up into our booth, when you came here as a player, as I did way back in 1961. You had that feeling of intimacy. You were close to the fans. You were right there with them. They got to know you. You got to know them. Whether they hated you or whether they liked you, you were right there with them. There's no place like it. All the new stadiums they can build are going to be a thing that's necessary, no question about that. But you're never going to get the feeling that you had here.
Yeah, but you know, we're losing that. I mean, we lose RFK, and then you think Lambeau Field is there and Soldier Field is there. I mean, we still have some of them, and you still have some of those memories the way football used to be, and the way it should be. You know, played on grass and all those things. And you know, we look at these guys celebrating. You think, you know, the Redskins, they go home, their season's over, and Dallas, they just want to get out of town and get ready for next week. And I don't know if they can. I mean, I don't know. I think defensively, maybe they can, but their offense really didn't get started all year. I mean, I thought they were the best team coming in. They never played like the best team, but until someone beats them, you have to say that they're the best team.
They are a group that feels that they can turn it on and off when they want to, but I'm not sure you could do that. I'm not sure they could do that one more time. We'll take you back. We'll be back with the studio and the playoff situation in just a moment.
I'll be home for Christmas.
Men's haberdashery, haute couture. The Lexus December to Remember sales event.
Right now, Lexus is featuring exceptional values on its full line of cars.
Going down.
Uh-oh. Hurry to your Lexus dealer, where impressive values are in the bag.
Lead car. Take it slow. Everybody okay? Wait a minute. What's he doing? He wants more. Right there. Over there.
Diet Dr. Pepper, the taste you've been looking for.
A company most people never heard of is changing the way we fight cancer and kidney failure by inducing the body to produce blood cells. Chemotherapy and anemia patients are gaining new strength. Helping to grow blood cells helped Amgen become the world's largest independent biotech company. Where do you learn about companies with such pioneering spirit? Exactly. NASDAQ.com.
Oh, how cute. Oh, let's get it for Mom.
No.
She always said she wanted one. Yeah, she could take it anywhere. They're very good protection.
Maybe.
This holiday season, get Mom a gift she'll adore. A cellular phone from Radio Shack. We'll answer all your questions and sign you up right on the spot. Activation's no problem either.
Looks at it, likes you.
Radio Shack. You've got questions. We've got answers.
Now, get $50 of free airtime with your new cellular phone from Radio Shack.
You're taking a look at the scene. The last NFL game played at RFK. The fans swarming the field, many trying to get a piece of the field as reminders. History closing the chapter at RFK as the Redskins will move to a new home in suburban Maryland. As we welcome you to the Fox Television Center here, Fox NFL Sunday. All right, folks, a program reminder that coming your way after this post-game show, it'll be Married with Children. That'll be followed by The Simpsons, Ned and Stacy, and we end the evening with The X-Files. Now, let's take you through the day to show you what's taking place. Of course, the Redskins close out the season on a positive note, 37-10. Terry Allen, Redskins season best, surpassing Riggins with his totals today. Other scores in action, Green Bay.
Antonio Freeman looking inside, leveled by Corey Fuller. That was just an example of the game. How hard hitting was Brad Johnson. $15 million richer. Chris Carter on this 43-yard touchdown. Ties the game at 7-all. Then Brett Favre back. Dortz 11, screen pass. This one goes 13. Your great downfield blocking. Green Bay up by a touchdown, 17-10. And then Favre back against. Nobody in the middle. There's your quick post. There's Andre Rison. He's got it. There's the turkey walk. Here's the leap. There you go. Green Bay all over the Vikings, 38-10.
Green Bay's victory today made it 16 in a row at Lambeau, including the playoffs. Brett Favre was asked after the game if Green Bay will be unbeatable in the playoffs at home.
When we're playing that way, I think it'd be tough. But anything can happen, and we got to be on our toes. There's some great football teams that are going to come in here and play us, and we have to play mistake-free. We made a couple of turnovers today. It'll be tough, but we're pretty good at home.
And indeed, they ought to be pretty good at home. I think about when Green Bay went through that little injury stretch, but a lot of guys are back, and they reloaded pretty quickly on the offensive end.
They have, and they wanted to put an exclamation point on this game today. I mean, they did a fantastic job making a statement that when you come to Green Bay, Lambeau Field, you're going to have to reckon not only with our defense, but you're going to reckon with this offense. We got Keith Jackson playing outstanding. We got Andre Rison. I think it's a steal for this team. And Andre Rison, believe it or not, getting that touchdown pass, now he's accepted as he jumped into the stands today. I was pumped for him. I've known this kid has gone through a lot over the last couple of years, and to see him now being a part of a team and being able to contribute, I think he's going to be a fantastic person for the playoffs.
I think he pretty much said it all. You know, when I'm in this outfit, I feel compelled to get into a rendition if I hear That Train A-Comin' by Johnny Cash. But let's talk some football.
Hey, Sean Jones had a
Sean Jones, Reggie White played great. Edgar Bennett, a guy that's been overlooked a little bit. I was going somewhere with that. Edgar Bennett played some great football. It's Christmas, man. Lighten up. Everybody
Johnny
just
Cash
lighten up.
No train coming on Christmas. That's not a Christmas song.
It's the outfit.
Oh, that outfit. Well,
Edgar Bennett ran hard.
Somewhere.
Matt Millen pointed out, Mark Chimera coming back jump starts that offense in terms of their running. Andre Rison, he's not making a lot of catches running. He pointed out he's such an integral part of that offense because he draws people away. And I'll tell you, this team, the defensive ends are the key. They're coming on right now. Sean Jones was banged up. Didn't want to talk about it a lot publicly. Reggie White's been pacing himself. Reggie told me, watch me down the stretch. And I'm watching both those guys, and they're delivering.
Karnak.
Oh, you're Karnak now.
40-27. Open it up. Who ran for 40 times today and only threw 27 passes? Lo and behold, the Green Bay Packers. Cold weather, Bennett over 100. Ha! That's how you do it. That's a good combination, man. Run first, throw second.
Hey, man.
Take it, man.
When you put things up to that, when you put things up to that, yeah, boy.
Is that how Terry gets at this hour of the evening? Let's talk a little bit about Philadelphia today to see what the Eagles did, closing out their final game of the regular season.
Kid Graham back. Looking downfield, standing at the 5. Mike Manula coming over from the backside, scoops up this ball, goes in, touchdown, Eagles up by 7. Ricky Waters over the left side. Waters looking forward to playing the 49ers next week as Philadelphia, the Eagles, 29-19 over the Cardinals.
All right, as we move along, the Carolina Panthers today looking to close out on a strong note.
Coming into this game, Kevin Green, 14.5 sacks. Lamar Latham, 13.5. But Kerry Collins leading the blitz. Who do they go to? Wesley Walls, man for man, beats it. Now you have Carolina up by 7. Who owns the record for the longest rush from the line of scrimmage in the NFL history? Quarterback-wise, that would be Cordell Stewart as he rumbles 80 yards here for the Steelers. This game now is 18-14. And then this 4th down pass, Stewart over the middle. Pass intercepted. Carolina. And only its second year is Bill Cowher totally upset with Brendan Stye's effort as he was called for illegal procedure that moved the ball back. Steelers lose to the Panthers, who win the NFC Western Division 18-14.
And, of course, with that clinched a first-round bye. And after the game, one of the defensive stars for Carolina, we caught up with Eric Clemens and Kevin Green.
All right, guys, I'm on the field here with Kevin Green, and it's kind of deja vu. I mean, the defense comes through for you once again. 2 big Pittsburgh drives down at the end, and you come through on both.
Huge plays. You know, I wouldn't want it any other way because, you know, like the Steelers are known for their defense. And I want this team to be known for defense. And the crowd was chanting, defense, defense. And we were able to step up and make a key play at a critical time at the end of the game. So I'm just so happy we won this one. You know, division champs is what we've been plugging along all year about this. And just tremendous.
What, can you put in feelings, you know, how you feel? Can you put it into words how you feel winning this thing before the home fans and going perfect here this year?
I'm numb. I mean, I don't know. I've very seldom lost for words, but I'm numb. It's just a blessing.
A blessing. Kevin Green, look forward to seeing you here at home, at least for one of your playoff games. Good luck to you from here on out, and maybe you'll make it all the way to New Orleans.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's send it back to our Fox Television Center in Hollywood. JB and the gang, guys.
All right, Eric, well, before New Orleans, got to do a wild card thing. Philadelphia traveling to San Francisco to play. It all gets started with the pregame show here on Fox at 3:30 Eastern. The Saturday matchup, Minnesota at Dallas. That's the game that ought to be strong as well. Cowboys hosting the Minnesota Vikings, that in a wild card matchup. And as we come back inside to chat just a bit about that, well, I got to think Minnesota was very confident going into today's game. But although they lost, they were looking ahead and saying they wanted Dallas specifically.
That's right. Denny Green said that if we could get a chance to play play Dallas again in Dallas, we have a chance of beating these guys. They played them 2 years ago, I think it was, or a year ago. They lost to them in overtime. They have a chance of going down there and upsetting these guys. The reason why I think they can is because of their front seven. Playing on AstroTurf, it's a different front seven. These guys get after the pass with Randall. You got Smith on one end. These guys are going to put pressure on Troy Aikman, and I think they're going to cause confusion, and they're not going to give up a big play. And that's what Dallas needs. They haven't been able to come up with a big play. But on the other side, Howie, San Francisco, I like Terrell Owens. I like what he's doing there, and I think that team, if he can play well in this playoff stretch, they have a chance of going.
Yeah, Terrell Owens has been a great addition for them. They thought that was going to come from J.J. Stokes, but obviously his year was cut short with injuries and really hadn't performed well prior to that. But, you know, when you look at this weekend's games, the most intriguing team to me this season has been the Dallas Cowboys. They seem to go up and down offensively. They haven't gotten into sync. But when you look at that defense, they've played outstanding. You look at them as a team. Where are the big games that they've played? New England looked like a challenger. They knocked New England off. Green Bay goes down there, looks like, hey, this is the year we're going to beat Dallas. They knocked Green Bay off. San Francisco, ready to step it up? Nope, beat them. Is this a team, as John Madden pointed out and Pat Summerall pointed out, that can rise to the occasion when they want? It remains to be seen. There's certainly enough talent there.
You know, if this offense for Dallas continues to play like it's played second half of the season, I still think Dallas could get to the Super Bowl. I still think they could win. They would be like the old Steeler teams in the 70s. They would win 10-6, 12-9, something like that, because this offense hasn't proven that it can take the pressure off of its defense. Can you only imagine how good Dallas would be if they had an offense that could score points? Right now, they just can't score any points.
Well, the absence of Jay Novacek looms large, huh?
It does.
Dave Campbell, you know, maybe the assistant coach of the year.
Yeah,
it's a remarkable job.
And when you think about it, I'm looking forward to that matchup with the two corners going against Jake Reed as well as going against Chris Carter. I think that's going to be a fantastic matchup right there.
All right, another matchup that proved to be a good one today, Jacksonville and Atlanta. Jacksonville in a must-win situation to get in the playoffs.
One of the most exciting young quarterbacks, Mark Brunell, as Jacksonville Jaguars back. Linebackers drop deep. They lock up on their man. Nobody to cover the back. The quarterback, 11-yard touchdown run by Brunell as Jacksonville goes up by 7. Now in the closing seconds, Morton Anderson, who had made 59 straight field goals from inside the 30, misses wide to the left as Jacksonville goes into the playoffs in only their second year in the National Football League as they take care of Atlanta 19-17.
All right, moving along up to Buffalo.
Thurman Thomas over